This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, August 21st, 2023. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. The front page is brought to you by Republican Metals. Call 800-783-3118 to get your free gold guide. That's 800-783-3118. Local government leaders are bringing police officers back to schools because of growing concerns about fighting, drugs, and weapons on campuses. Matt Delaney reports, without law enforcement, many school districts have found a spike in disorderly behavior. School districts across the country that had cut campus police budgets have restored those funds for the upcoming school year. Nearly 36 school districts across the country removed police officers from schools within a year after George Floyd's death at the hands of Minneapolis police in May 2020. Motivating many of those decisions was a perceived racial bias in campus police enforcement. An internal report finds the Pentagon is ill-prepared for germ warfare attacks and needs to improve defenses and readiness against biological weapons attacks. Bill Gertz reports the Pentagon and military are at a pivotal moment in biodefense and face an unprecedented number of complex biological threats, according to the DoD's Biological Posture Review. The report's authors warn that foreign biological warfare threats are increasing as adversaries develop germ and toxin weapons. Some of the weapons are being developed in civilian research and will be difficult to identify and trace if converted to weapons of war. Legal experts say the Supreme Court will be forced to revisit the Bostock v. Clayton County decision regarding school bathrooms and transgender youths. In that case, Alex Sawyer reports the court ruled 6-3 that Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 protects LGBTQ employees from discrimination in the workplace. The case was brought by a gay child welfare services coordinator in Georgia who was fired for his sexual orientation. He argued that the filing violated his civil rights. Revisiting the decision should come as no surprise to the court. In his dissent, Justice Samuel Alito warned that the court would have difficulty squaring the employment rights ruling with school policies and women's sports cases that also cite the civil rights of LGBTQ Americans. The front page is brought to you by Republican Metals. Currency change is coming, and Republican Metals believes you need to protect your savings now. Call 800-783-3118 to get your free gold guide. That's 800-783-3118. Some lawmakers in Democratic-led states who are struggling to fill police officer vacancies are turning to illegal immigrants to fill the void. Stephen Dinan reports a California law that took effect earlier this year allows non-citizens, including some unauthorized migrants, to sign up if they are protected from deportation, including by the Obama-era DACA program. Colorado and Illinois have followed suit with laws allowing some non-citizens to join the force. Lawmakers aren't sure who could qualify, and analysts said it's unclear who would be authorized to carry firearms. Supporters say the immigrants must meet all the regular qualifications and complete training before going on patrol. And finally, religion reporter Mark Kellner talks with former McLean Bible Church pastor Lon Solomon about the success of his vignettes heard on local and national radio stations. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.